Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clink Joker. Welcome back to another My Thoughts On. Today I'm going to be doing my thoughts on the 2009 film Nativity. And before you ask, yes, I have seen the sequels, but I'm going to do them separately. And when I say separately, I'm going to do them together, because they both are somewhat worth talking about. This one I think is the one that's worth talking about the most. I've actually, I actually never seen this film. I seen a little bit. It just looked really harmless. It had Martin Freeman out of all choices. But does it mean the film's bad? Well, let's find out. So the plot of Nativity is about this school, which is run by this head this forgive me, headmistress, that'll do, who needs a new school teacher to teach this class. And this teacher named Paul Madims, whatever, played by Martin Freeman, who's been having a really tough life after his girlfriend left him, who's just left on his own with his dog. So he comes into the school to teach these kids about, maths, English, literature, all that in primary school sense. With a little help from this a very annoying and very naive and very optimistic teaching assistant, Mr. Poppy, or Desmond Poppy, played by Mark Antwood. I don't remember his second name. The guy that was auditioning for that one film, or short film, anyways, that Tommy Wiseau was doing on La La Land. No, not the 2016 Academy Award winning film. No, I think it's something different, but look it up. And Mr. Poppy has this idea of putting on a nativity play because he overhears him saying that Hollywood is coming to their school. However, Mr. Madam said, it's not saying, it's not coming because you just misheard. And then they have to go on this journey to just try and get everything ready for the nativity while this other school is competing. I think that's the best I can remember, because there is quite a bit going on in this film, but it's mostly focusing on the play. Okay, so I like BBC. I really do. I do like most of what they produce. The films, not so much. Not that I remember any. This one, however, I thought was actually genuine. It didn't feel really out of place. It didn't really feel forced or anything for that matter. It's just a nice, fun family film that I genuinely liked. I'll tell you why. Now, before you say anything, this is a kids' film. It's supposed to be predictable, and so they can guess what happens. Okay, I knew that, and some can argue that if you make a story that's unpredictable, then it'll keep the kids guessing. Here, I think they're just going to get it just like that. Yes, it is. Sometimes if it's predictable, sometimes you can actually do it in a unique and different way. This film, kind of, not really. You've seen this film before, but it does it a little different. It does have heart. It does have okay comedy, I suppose, but it does it all right. There is a couple of other things going on, like the main one is just getting the nativity play. The other one is about trying to get Madam or Paul's, or I'm just going to call him Martin Freeman because it's just much easier, Martin Freeman's girlfriend back, try and get the Hollywood to come to, you know, to the play, because they think they're going to be rich and famous. Just because Hollywood comes to your bloody nativity doesn't mean it's going to make you famous, unless you do something that will make it unique. Who knows, you'll find a way. Then there's this one about Gordon Shakespeare, played by Jason Watkins. I think I might have said the name right, but anyways, who's the main villain for this movie? The secondary antagonist turned good guy in the second movie, and just a minor character in the third movie. Yeah, you're going to be seeing quite a bit. Some may even find him funny or annoying, but I'll get more into that with the characters. Just trying to think what else there is. And then there's... when we get to see Mr. Madden's, lonely life with his dog, and see how much he really misses his girlfriend. I mean, okay, sure. Everything here is predictable. Everything just feels like there's too much going on, but at least they give you enough time to know about these characters. Okay, mostly Mr. Madden's. Sorry, I'm not. When it comes to names, I'm good, but most of them I just forget because it's either the film's forgettable or I just don't really care all that much. But anyways, well, it's not necessarily good plot telling. It's all right for, I guess, 6 to 7 year olds or lower. Families would just think it's harmless. Even the comedy as well. The comedy is, like I said, it's actually okay. It's not actually. It does have a little bit of adult humour in, but it's not much. But mostly it's just like family humour that you'll see in other films. Right. Now I can't really talk about the effects or CGI because, to be quite frank and to give this film credit, it doesn't really use any. And if you think, when did they use it? I think the second film... I know it's in the third film, but I think it's in the second film. But after... I may need to rewatch them again, but I don't think I really want to. I do remember a little bit. In this movie, they don't. They just keep it nice, genuine, normal, realistic. I do appreciate them for not actually using any, because that would just make it a little off-putting. Visually. This movie looks visually the most relatable. What do I mean? It's taking place in a school, a church, Hollywood, and someone's house. And it's by the BBC. Don't expect anything movie-worthy. It's just genuine. I mean, if you make something different and make it look stand out, go for it. This movie kind of does. It does look visually beautiful when it gets some scenes right. When they show the school and all the other places, it does look rather dull, but hey, you can relate to this. But hey, at least it's supposed to be what it's supposed to be. I'm just trying to think what else I can say about the visuals. When they actually get to the nativity part, that's when I thought, wow, this is when stuff gets good. This is when stuff gets visually interesting. But you have to stick around because you're looking at a school, you're looking at a house, a church in Hollywood, and another school. It may not look that colourful, and trust me, the third movie probably is the most visual out of all of them. The second movie looks the most boringest. To a kid, they probably won't mind, but for me, I just found it a little too boring to look at. This one, kind of, but at least it has colour to it. At least it has something pleasant to look at. It's not great, but hey, you get what you get. Characters and acting. Of course, those are the ones I like the most. I actually like Paul Madden's, played by Martin Freeman. He's your everyday teacher who wants the kids to just pay attention, get the work done, and whenever something bad happens, he has to throw a tantrum or raise his voice. Oh, thank goodness I'm not in secondary school. I mean, if this guy was my teacher, I would either like him or hate him because I don't normally like when teachers, you know, raise their voice or shout because it makes me quite scared inside. It makes me feel a little jumpy, you know. And I can actually see Martin Freeman be a good teacher, even though it's not actually his job. But I could see it being his job. He's the one I actually genuinely relate to the most. When he talks to the kids, he actually is talking to them like a genuine teacher, not like Mr. Poppy. I'll get onto him in a bit, but he's the one I just relate to the most. I think he's good. Mr. Poppy. Think of him as Mater, except not quite as. How do I put this? Not quite as, you know. Oh, God. They're both the same, but Mater I just like a little more because I don't actually mind him. They're both not as annoying as Jar Jar Binks, but that's another story. Now, Mr. Poppy, I don't think he's annoying. I think the actor is fine. I think he fits the role just fine. But I do find him annoying a little bit. I know he's supposed to be like full of energy and be really loud, but sometimes it can work, sometimes it can just be plain annoying. He's not annoying like in. I think the second film is where he got really annoying. The third film he wasn't quite as annoying. Actually, in the third film, I think he's probably at his best at being just a genuine character. Here, he's just annoying. That's it. He's not like terrible, but he's just annoying. The children, whose names I forget, I think there was one who was in that CBB show, Big Green Balloon Club. Jake, or was it Jack? I don't remember. I know he was in this film, and I don't remember seeing him in the sequels unless they had different children. I know Bob was in all of them because I remember him. Kids, nothing much to them. They're just actually they're the ones who make the audience go, "Oh, that's cute," because audiences love kids and they can adore to them. The villain, Gordon Shakespeare, whatever. Yes, Gordon Shakespeare. Don't ask. I don't know why they came up with that name, but whatever. He's the villain in this movie, and he's also a minor villain in the other. What you know, in the second film, he's main and then secondary antagonist turned supporting hero, but in the third one, he's a minor character. Here, he just wants to do a better nativity play than the ones at Martin Freeman's school. That's about it with him. He's okay, I suppose. There are other characters in the film, like the headmistress, the girlfriend, some of the staff, even the critic played by Alan Carr. I know. He's okay. To be fair, he's actually far more annoying than Mr. Poppy. At least Mr. Poppy is actually likable. Because if you like Alan Carr, good for you. I don't. I just think he's quite annoying. Like most of ITV, because I don't watch it as much. Cause I just find it annoying and just not entertaining. This is why I prefer like Channel 4 or BBC, because that's when I think things are good. Actually, I prefer BBC to all of them, but I digress. Acting. Martin Freeman is not like a masterpiece here, but he's the one who does actually act like a genuine teacher. Like, he has heart, he has good lines, he's funny at times. He's what's the word? Pessimistic, like when Mr. Poppy's really, really optimistic. Speaking of which, Mark and Arkwood. Is it Arkwood? I think it's Arkwood. Anyways, I give him credit for actually being alive, or not being alive, like being lively, being full of energy. But again, he's annoying, not as annoying as Alan Carr, but just annoying, but fun. The kids are trying, they are, and I do not criticize kids unless they're really terrible. In this movie, they're not that terrible. They're okay. They say the lines is fine. Maybe someone should have done a retake, but I'm not going to complain too much because they're kids, and at least they're actually getting into their roles, and they're okay. They're not Macaulay Culkin or Dakota Fanning Dakota Fanning levels of great kids acting, but they're fine. And I'm not going to slam on them. I don't normally slam on kid actors, but they're actually perfectly fine. So I'll give them a pass. Gordon Shakespeare or Jason Watkins, I think that's his name. I don't remember. Is genuinely good. At least he's an over-the-top villain that just wants to be better than the rest. That's about it, really. And the rest are just that. Their roles are basically, and their acting is just average. I mean, the reason I picked these is because they're actually quite good, even though they think the kids are just okay. That's all I could say about it, really. So that was Nativity. What would I give it? I give it an 8. I know what you think. After everything you said, an 8. It's because I'm just trying to be as nice as possible. Even though I do think this is a pretty good movie. It's not the best Christmas film like Arthur Christmas, Elf, The Polar Express. Yes, you heard me. Home Alone. I think that's it, really, because I can't really have a good Christmas films. The Grinch I just think is okay, but that's a story for another time. So if you just want to watch a Christmas film because, the toddlers are quite bored or your kids are just, don't have anything to do, show them this. If it's on Netflix, which it is right now in the UK, go watch it. Go show it to your kids. I'm sure they'll have a blast with it. But I think it's just a rental. The other two are definitely rentals, but this one if you want to keep on DVD, go for it. I think I would, but I wouldn't watch it again. If it comes on TV, then I might do, but I digress. So yes, I give it an 8 because I'm actually being nice to this movie for kids. So that's my review of Nativity. I will be doing the sequels at some point around December. Now it turns out, you think I'm going to see Star Wars next, right? Wrong. Apparently Ferdinand, which was the film I want to see after Star Wars, is coming out next week on Saturday. Hopefully I get some time around to hopefully I get some time to go and see it before I go and see Star Wars, because I do actually need to see Ferdinand. So look out for that, and look out for the sequels for Nativity and Star Wars The Last Jedi. Well, of course, that'll be coming out very, very soon. So with all that said, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, which is the most important one if you didn't catch that yet. And until next time, bye for now.